Anime is a visual medium. Yes, there is sound. Beautiful soundtracks take us away to far-off places or help our emotions soar alongside our beloved characters. Yes, there is dialogue. Sometimes some of the funniest or most heartwarming parts of a series are the words that come together. But at its heart, anime is a visual medium, which means you can't just pay attention to the words that are being said or the music being played to understand why a series is considered a classic. You need the whole story. And if one is conflicting with the other, trust your eyes over your ears. Welcome once again to Musings by Danon. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Danon. I'm currently reading over 600 manga or light novels, and my two favorite genres are fantasy and romance. So on this channel, we talk a lot about both of those genres. But we tend to look more into story structure and tropes rather than how cool the fight scenes are, or how great the animation or artwork is. Which brings me to the subject of today's video, Mysterious Girlfriend X. Longtime Patreon supporter Waffles asked that I watch this anime, as opposed to reading the manga, to get my perspective on it. The series has been on my radar for a while, and I've been meaning to both watch and read it, but I just haven't had the time. If you'd like to sponsor a video, head on over to patreon.com/Danon. Before we get started, I'd like to quickly ask you to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel, and it's free. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. For those who don't know, Mysterious Girlfriend X is based on a manga by Ryuichi Ushiba. Despite the series being about a pair of high school kids, it is a seinen, which is appropriate because in the first episode we learn that this is a story about two kids' first sexual experience. If it was a shonen, the series would be about two kids' first romance, or the first time they fell in love, or held hands or something. But this is a more mature story, so it needed to be a seinen. Tsubaki, our main character, is a high school boy. And like all boys going through puberty, there is one thing on his mind: sex. One day, their class gets a new transfer student, Urabe Mikoto. She is quiet and antisocial. She spends her breaks sleeping at her desk, and her hair blocks most of her face, and she doesn't want to make friends. She's not rude, she just comes to school to learn and then goes home. Tsubaki sometimes finds himself watching her, since she sits next to him in class. One day, a few weeks after Urabe joins the class, Tsubaki comes back to the classroom to find her still sleeping at her desk. He wakes her up and notices the puddle of drool Urabe left at her desk. For some reason, he is drawn to her drool, like a butterfly is drawn to the nectar of a flower. He tastes her drool and realizes it is the sweetest thing he's ever tasted. That night, Tsubaki had a strange dream. He and Urabe are in some sort of fantasy playland together. But soon, that dream becomes a nightmare. Tsubaki is down with a fever for weeks and misses a ton of school. Fortunately, Urabe realizes what the problem is. Urabe visits Tsubaki and confronts him about the drool. After Tsubaki admits to having tasted her drool, Urabe feeds him more of her drool. Tsubaki instantly feels better. You see, he wasn't sick, he was going through withdrawals. He had become addicted to Urabe and needed more of her nectar to continue living. And so, this begins a daily ritual between the two of them, where they would walk home together after school, and Tsubaki would get fed some of Urabe's drool. The obvious symbolism in this series is that of a butterfly tasting the nectar of a flower. We could do a deep dive into pistils and stamens, but I just got monetized on this channel, so I'd rather not risk it. Regardless, there's a ton of sexually charged imagery in the series, but overall it isn't ecchi in the traditional sense. Yes, there are panties, but in this case, Urabe's panties are dangerous because of the scissors. You see, scissors are her hobby, and she can cut anything with them. But that ties back to the imagery of the flower opening up so that the butterfly can drink. An open flower is needed in order for it to populate, just like scissors need to be open to cut something. Sorry, I'm kind of losing the metaphor without getting into topics that should be discussed over on a website with a black and yellow logo instead of a red and white one. Regardless, this series is fun. If you go into it expecting another cute little rom-com, you will be overwhelmed. This series has depth, both of character and storytelling, but is also an oddball story. As you progress through the series and Arabi and Tsubaki continue to deepen their relationship, the drool starts to have weird effects. They can start to feel each other's emotions or even read memories. Unfortunately, Tsubaki is a teenage boy, and therefore an idiot, so he doesn't understand why he sometimes gets nosebleeds from his girlfriend's drool. Eventually, he starts to get it though. But as they say, love makes you stupid. All in all, this is a phenomenal series, and I plan on reading the manga. One day, when I have time. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. There are several tiers to choose from. You can pick an anime or manga for me to do a video about, or you can join our monthly manga club. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Squishy, Brett, Roxy, Sean, Pob Zombie, Mark, Borgie, Nazwin, Pedro, Midge, Detroff, Alex, Alex, Julio, Michael, Valeri, Conga, Ignis, RJJ, Greg, and Chris. You guys are awesome. I post anime or manga videos often, or you can click here to watch additional videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Musings by Danon.